How's it going, everybody? Macattacka here, coming at you with something a little bit different. By that I mean I've never done this on my channel before, really in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to talk about Dragon Ball Super, the last episode, what I thought about it, and that's pretty much going to be, it's probably going to be a shorter video, because really not too much actually happened, but, it's mainly because I didn't have much to record. I wanted to do Dokkan today. I wanted to do Super STR, Super Battle Road, but it's not the weekend anymore, so I can't do that. And this probably will not be the last time I do this. I do want to talk about Super as a whole. Maybe just the arc, but probably all of Super at one point. Maybe have like one or two other people with me there so I can actually have like a decent discussion and it's not just me rambling about my thoughts and opinions on stuff. So, in case you didn't know, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, what the fuck are you doing? Watch the last episode of Dragon Ball Super. And the episode starts, where the last episode last off, right? There's 17 Frieza staring down Jiren, who's upset he's spaghetti because he got his shit kicked in by Goku. And, basically they just kind of have a little fight. They do some cool stuff. 17 does his, explodey thingy again, and it doesn't really do much. Frieza's in golden. Frieza actually puts up a pretty damn good fight. And I like that because it definitely shows that Jiren, he's done, right? Like, Jiren, he's still strong, but he is really, really overall just not in it anymore. He's too weak from fighting Goku. So, Frieza and 17 actually best him. They beat him up a little bit, and he's, done. He's like, fuck, I lost, whatever. Even Belmod's like, all right, this kid's out. He did good. Let's all, clap, clap. Good job, Jiren. And then Toppo's like, nah, dude, screw, fuck that noise. And he gives Jiren the little, speech of, I don't care if you gave up. We haven't given up on you. We still have a whole fucking universe of people, so you better get your ass up and keep fighting. And I'm going to take a quick tangent and talk about Toppo, because I really like how Toppo turned out as a character. He's very real and really just he's just kind of does what he can to win, but isn't a huge, I'm always going to say huge dick about it, but when he was a pretty big dick when he was a god of destruction. No, I like Toppo a lot, and we'll get to a little bit more of that later, because, but obviously Jiren, friend, Nakama powers, even though this really isn't that, but basically he gets up, right? He's angry. He's strong again, and Frieza and 17 are holding back his yelling attack of anger, and they're struggling a little bit. They're struggling, which is fine. That makes sense. I mean, it's a little dumb that Jiren got back up, but considering how many times Goku's like, I'm out of stamina, and then he got back up, whatever. You can't be a Dragon Ball fan unless you can ignore shit like that at this point. And then Goku's there. He gets back up. He's like, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how I'm alive right now, but I'm going to help out. And Frieza's like, fuck you. And 17's like, whatever. Because 17, speaking of 17, well, actually, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. So they do their little fight, right? And this is the coolest part of the episode, because seeing Frieza and Goku fight together more effectively than I've seen Goku fight with anyone is awesome. It was so cool watching, Goku fucking throw Frieza into, his big buff form to punch Jiren down and try and take him out. And then they're, as they're fighting him, Goku's, flickering in and out of Super Saiyan. It's a really, really cool fight and has awesome choreography. 17's kind of there with the assist, right? Really awesome. Is it as cool as Ultra Instinct Goku versus Jiren? Probably not. But it's still really cool to see. And it was one of those things that I'm like, man, I'm really happy that was in there, because that was awesome. So eventually, right, because the good guys have to win in the end of the day, that's just how it works, Frieza and Goku kind of suicide together with Jiren. So all three get eliminated, which leaves only one person standing. And it is Android 17, the fucking legend, the GOAT, the MVP, Android 17. And, before Universe 11 gets erased, you see Goku come over and he's like, hey, Jiren, I want to fight you again someday. And Jiren's like, what the fuck? This guy's a freak. And then they go bye-bye because, they lost, so boop. And 17's there. And then Grand Priest's like, what are you going to wish for? And 17, well, part of me wanted him to just be like, I want a boat, but luckily he didn't, because that would have been bad, and I'll get to that in just like 1 second. 17 wishes for all the universes that were restored to be brought back. And then it was revealed that the entire point of the tournament was to test the universes, or something along those lines, because the Xenos straight up were like, if someone wished for something selfish and didn't wish back all the universes, we would have destroyed everything. Like, we would have been like, whatever, this universe is clearly, this multiverse is clearly not good enough, so we'll start again, I guess. But he did, so they're good, that everyone comes back, and you get to see, like, a lot of the universes, they're back, they're all probably happy that they're not nothing. And something I didn't notice my first time watching it, Frost comes back, which is really cool to me, because I love Frost. I think he's hilarious. He's just Frieza, but less evil. And more of like a lawyer Frieza. But either way, I'm glad Frost is back because I thought that was funny. You get to see Champa, or you get to, well, first we get to see like the Universe 6 Saiyans, and Khalifa was like, yeah, let's work on Super Saiyan 3. Kaba's like, fuck my life. And then you see Champa, and he's like, I don't like you or anything, Baka. And she was like his brother who's not even there, but whatever. Yeah, so everyone gets wished back. Everyone goes on this ground. They're like, good job, Universe 7. And then, Frieza's like, Frieza's like, hey, make sure that you keep your promise, Goku. And then Goku's like, I will. And then Whis just on the spot revives Frieza, I guess. He like pokes him with his stick and he like glows blue and his halo's gone. And he was like, hey, you did good. So Beer said you could be revived. And a lot of people I've read online don't like that Whis can just bring people back from the dead. But like, he's an angel. They clearly have like reality warping powers. So I'm not bothered by that at all. In fact, I think it makes perfect sense, but it's just me, whatever. It is kind of like, oh wow, Whis is super busted, and if anyone really dies, he can just bring him back, but I don't think that's how Whis works. I definitely think that he wouldn't, like, if Goku died fighting someone, he wouldn't be like, oh, I'll bring him back. He'd be like, well, it sucks to suck, you know what I mean? Plus, they have the Dragon Balls for that. So, what is it really different having Whis been able to do that when the Dragon Balls have done that the entire show? Probably not. You get to see Universe 11 a little bit, and then Toppo's like, Jiren, you fucking suck, bro. Jiren's like, dude, come on, man. And Toppo's just like, hey, why don't we be friends? And Jiren's like, I'll be friends with you, buddy. And they're like, we'll beat him next time. And I'm gonna get back to Jiren when we get to the end of the episode. There's a little, in the little montage, you see like 17 on like Bulma's big-ass cruise ship, which is nice, because the man fucking deserves it. He's worked hard enough to earn that fucking boat. I guess Goten and Trunks defended the island successfully, which, by the way, I'm really, really shocked that we didn't get a filler episode with like Goten, Trunks, and Marin. Thoroughly surprised. I expected that 100%, did not get it, which is great. And then, they're all, like, eating, and then, like, Pan fucks with Vegeta, and Vegeta looks at Goku, and he's like, you, me, bathroom now. It's not really what happens, but basically is what happens. They, like, go fight in the canyons or whatever. And, like, by far the most touching part of the episode is when they're like, man, we're just going to keep getting stronger. And then Vegeta's like, of course, we're Saiyans. It's what we do, obviously. And they, like, get in their, like, famous poses that they did in the Saiyan saga. It's really cute. And the announcer's like, until next time. So, before that, which I forgot to talk about, Vegeta asked Goku, why isn't he using Ultra Instinct when they're fighting? And Goku's like, yeah, I don't know how to do it anymore. I guess it was just like a reaction thing. Which I find is interesting, considering, does that mean he can't do it anymore? Is the new movie going to be like, the end is just going to be him going Ultra Instinct and wrecking whatever opponent it is? And if he doesn't have Ultra Instinct, does that mean Vegeta's strong? Royal Blue, or whatever, Beyond Blue, I think is what the official term for it. I would say they're probably close to equal now, because he's probably equal to Kaioken, so I'm just going to assume that in my head, since we don't have any remotely confirmation on that. But that does mean Jiren is, in fact, the strongest mortal in the show, because he only was defeated by Ultra Instinct. So Jiren's still stronger than Goku, by a lot. So that's cool, I guess. I don't know if Toppo kept his God of Destruction powers. I have no clue. I assume not, considering he doesn't look even remotely like he did, but It'd be cool if you could tap into it a little bit. Frieza's alive, just like chilling. He was like, the Frieza Force was there, and he's like, oh, I'm back. And they're like, why? I don't know if that's going to involve anything. But the announcer was like, until the next enemy appears. So I am... Well, first of all, did I like the episode? Absolutely. I thought it was great. Would I have been happy if it was broken up into 2 episodes, one finishing the tournament and the other doing the epilogue? Sure. But am I upset that we got it this way? Not at all. I think it worked out fine. They covered everything they needed to cover. And they left it super open. No pun intended. I thoroughly believe this is not the end of Dragon Ball, even a little bit. I mean, we know for a fact there's a movie coming out that just continues this. But I think we're getting another show later. Maybe new movies. I don't know if they're going to call... The movie's definitely going to be Dragon Ball Super. But I don't know if we are going to... The show is going to be called Dragon Ball Super, like Part 2 or whatever. I'm excited, though, because Frieza's alive. Goku and Vegeta are still, like, strong, but they have growth. However, I guess a lot of people were upset online that they called it Master Ultra Instinct when clearly it wasn't because he can't do it. I don't care that much. I just think the form is Master Ultra Instinct, and he didn't actually master it. That's just what the form is. It's Master Ultra Instinct. And I think that's it. I'm definitely excited for the franchise. This is the biggest Dragon Ball has ever been, I think, by far. It is globally massive, right? Like, it is the huge, by far the biggest anime globally, right? Maybe not in Japan, because One Piece and Attack on Titan, whatever, blah. But globally, Dragon Ball is huge. It's not over anytime soon. I will come back with a super review, hopefully with 1 or 2 more people, and then I might come back with a dub of the Goku Black Arc review once that finishes up, because I'm really excited about that. Anyway, I love Dragon Ball Super. It's been a hell of a ride. I hope all of you do too. If you have any thoughts and opinions on the final episode, or Super in general, please leave the description. Leave in the description. You guys can't do that. I can, but you can't. Leave in the comments below. Love tap the like button. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Subscribe if you're new. This week's going to be a little funky because I'm not going to be here for like the whole weekend, so I'm probably going to backlog some videos. So expect some like basic shit, right? You're probably going to get a Potara showcase. Probably going to get some Heroes of the Storm. Oh, definitely Phoenix gameplay tomorrow, for sure. Look forward to that. I'm excited for that, but look forward to that. If I can record it. Thank Christ. But otherwise, I think that's it. So everyone, have a nice day. Don't hurt yourselves.